I remember a time in my teaching business, and this was in December. So take this to heart because December is always a really crazy month. But, there was a time in my business when I was so freaking stressed about money and about my schedule. And it was the weirdest thing because I had a full studio. Like if you looked at my calendar, you would see that I was teaching basically Monday through Friday. I kind of lighten the schedule a little bit on Fridays, but Monday through Friday, every afternoon from 2 to 8 p.m. And I was going back to back and I would have a couple of 15-minute breaks here and there. Maybe I would throw in a dinner break, but usually not. And that felt so good. I had a freaking full roster. I was turning students away. Like I was building my wait list, right? It's what we all quote unquote dream of as a private teacher. And yet, I was so freaking stressed about money. Like, wait a minute, what happened here? And so, this is kind of the weird trap that I realized that I was in. I had a very full schedule, right? It's December, and it doesn't, it could have been December, it could have been August, whatever. At this time, this is the realization that I had. But in this moment, it was December. And that meant that schedules were crazy. People were canceling lessons and trying to do makeups and travel and the holidays and yada yada. Oh, and throw in a throw in a voice recital. Why don't you? Why do we do that to ourselves? I don't know. I do it as well. But it was a very stressful time, right? And although I was, making my money, teaching my full studio of students, like literally making the most amount of money that I could possibly make because, again, my schedule is so full, I ended up getting in this trap of makeup lessons. Like, holy shiza, is that a trap? And what ended up happening at this time was I ultimately realized that I could not make up that many lessons. Like in January, people were wanting to cancel the last two or whatever it was in December and make them up in January. So you got 2 lessons per student. I had probably somewhere around 35 students, maybe 40 at that time. I can't quite remember. Okay, so now you're looking at what? 70 lessons? 70 lessons. And this is assuming everybody takes off. But at that time, everybody took off because guess what? I wanted to take off too, right? I was traveling as well. So I was like, oh my God, how do I even do this? I physically can't do this. So, okay, I'm going to offer credits. That's what I had decided on at the time. I'm going to offer credits. And anytime that, it was basically like, if you need to make up more than one lesson, I will just credit you because it's the holidays and, we don't need to have that lesson that week anyway. And so, it's so silly because you're like, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm either losing money or I'm teaching a fuck ton more. Like, those are my 2 options. Those are literally my 2 options here. And that was the moment that I realized that my income is completely unstable. Like, this is crazy. Right? It doesn't matter that I have a full studio. My income feels like crap. And that is because income that depends 100% on you showing up is the same income that can disappear overnight. Right? And it's such an interesting conversation because we love this idea of having a full studio. Like so many teachers are just priding themselves. I mean, honestly, as you should, for having a full studio. But at the same time, let's really take a hard look at this for a second, right? Because, a full studio is really a false sense of security. That's really what it is. Because number one, your ego loves the idea of being quote unquote full. It loves it. Just like it loves feeling busy and productive, right? It loves to fuel its own status. That's its own thing. Our ego is our inner status, basically. And anything that looks on paper like you're successful, aka having a full studio, it is all about it, right? So, oh yeah, sure, I can take on another lesson. Oh, sure, I can take on another student. Oh, you know what? Thursday is at 5 p.m. Used to be my dinner break, but it's only a half-hour lesson. That's fine. Let's do it. 5 p.m. on Thursdays. You got it, right? It's so interesting. This energy of sure, why not? Sure, why not? Sure, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Sure, right? And saying yes because you can that really actually is our ego loving this sense of being full, of having a full studio, of making more money, of this, again, false sense of security. And why is it a false sense of security? Okay, let's take cancellations, right? Like, what the heck happens when, like in my scenario right now, I am mothering both of my boys have the flu at the same time. It's fucking awful. It is awful. And Cadence, my oldest one, he's on day 7. We are like in it. Okay. So what happens if you're like me and your kids get the flu, or you get the flu, or so, life is going to happen. Maybe all of the kids at the school that you teach at all get the flu at the same freaking time. And so half of your studio is not, they cancel their lessons and they can't come. Whatever it is, whatever the cancellation may be, there are going to be ebbs and flows in your private studio where cancellations are just a part of it. Like I cannot think of a single month, even a single month, where there was not a cancellation of some sort, right? And so that's huge. That's like obviously going to make your security a little bit unstable when people are canceling, and then that is rooted to your income, and you have to make a choice of either making that time up or giving them money back, essentially, right? Or crediting them, however you want to think about that. Another one that I think about a lot is the summertime, that summer drop off, right? All these students disappear over the summer, or they, take half the amount of lessons or whatever it is. There's going to be this income dip that happens in the summer because summer is summer. That's not very stabilizing, right? What if life is just gonna life? What if life is just gonna freaking life, right? Like, oh my gosh, one of the most impactful experiences that I have had, I mean, in so many ways, not just in my business and creating a system, but, in my spirituality, in my mindset, all of it was my really, really epic back injury where I herniated my disc on 2 separate occasions. And on the second time, I genuinely could not go back to my normal activities for 7 months. 4 of those months, I was completely flat on my back. Could not walk. Literally could not walk. Okay, that was like such a freak thing. And how do you plan on something like that if you are teaching back-to-back lessons? I'm genuinely asking you guys because I need you to think about this, right? Life is gonna freaking life, whether that's you have a back injury or you have babies. Those of you who maybe have babies or you want to have babies, y'all, like this stuff is real and we have to put it into our infrastructure. We have to put it into our system of how we make money. It's so important, right? Like I said, my kids have been sick with the flu, but it was not just the flu. Before that, it was the stomach bug. Before that, it was some random 24-hour fever that both of them got back to back. So it ended up being 48 hours, but then you had tack on 24 hours on either end. Both kids are out of school for multiple days. Oh, and then before that, we had a congestion and a cough and a respiratory thing. We have been in this for over 30 days. I actually counted this morning on my calendar, like I did the math of like, okay, how many days have I not been in here and how much money would I lose if I had to like do a bunch of makeup sessions and do, these credits and all this stuff. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's like, I might as well not even be making money that month. It's basically just like I cut my income in half because my kids got sick. I am fine. I'm actually healthy, thank God. Somehow I did not get sick from all of this, but I still have to be there, and it's still something I can't plan for, right? Like this is just one of those freak weird parts of life. And I say this with love in my heart because y'all, everyone's going to experience life being life. And I want to make sure that you have the infrastructure, you have the income stability that you need to be able to navigate this. Having a full studio doesn't really mean that you are stable. It doesn't really mean that you are stable. It does mean that we can strategically leverage the people that you are teaching in such great ways to, funnel into or, upsell, downsell, however you want to think about it, into other offers that are, within your offer suite that create more stability. That's great. We love that. But It's not about having more students, right? It's not about having a full studio or having a bunch of private students. It's about having the financial infrastructure to sustain life being life without you having to be on. And it's about knowing what to do with your people so that you can do that, right? That is so important. So the next time that you start, seeing within yourself, like, a student comes in and they want to take voice lessons with you, and you do have that spot available. You do. You could take them, right? I could take you. Just stop and reassess and ask yourself, is this my ego coming into play, or is this actually going to help me in the long run? Like, is this student, and this is how I always evaluate this, and honestly, I'm going into a separate podcast episode, but I always evaluate it based off of the student, right? Is this student going to teach you something? Are they going to be helpful for you? Are they going to be an awesome person to work with? And most importantly, do they support you in your bigger vision, right? Are they going to support you in, let's say, joining in a different offer that you create? Because if the answer is no, and you just want to fill in your schedule, you want to fill in that spot, as they say, fill in that spot, that is your ego, my friend. And that is a false sense of security. It is a false sense of security. And just remember that your ego loves the idea of it because it feels safe. What is the more strategic way? What is the savvier way? What is the smarter way that you can use that time? And really think about it from that perspective so that we can finally build the infrastructure that you need to sustain you when it matters. Okay, I love you. If you want to dive deep into this, you have to come and check out the Voicepreneur program. It is truly the only place to do this. Like, this is where it's at, baby, because we go deep into everything from building out your offer and how to actually build the right offer, how to do the market research in the right way, how to leverage your students, how to scale, how to build your offer suite, how to actually shift. Like, if you have a full studio and you're like, okay, great, this is so awesome. What do I do, Allie? I actually would love to build this infrastructure, but I have no freaking clue how to do it when I don't have the freaking time. The time. That's why I built this program. Not only is it super easy for you to actually learn and digest the trainings, they're all, 3 to 15 minutes, very short videos that you can listen to in your earbuds anywhere, but also just you have the step-by-step everything laid out to make it so easy that you could literally do it in between lessons. So go check that out. But most importantly, evaluate how you're feeling about your schedule right now, how you're feeling about your financial security right now. Do you feel secure? Do you know what you're going to be making in 6 months from now, in 3 months from now, in 1 month from now? Dear God, I hope so. All right. I love you. I'll catch you in the next one.